The spring 2024 anime season is stacked in a way that we haven't really seen since like October of 2022 when we had shows like Bleach 1000 Year Blood War Part 1 come out, My Hero Academia Season 6 coming out, Chainsaw Man coming out, and even Blue Lock coming out. We had Bocchi the Rock, The Eminence in Shadow came out. And that brings us to spring 2024 where we have an insanely stacked cast of anime that are coming out this season. So I'm gonna help you guys navigate this crazy world of anime and tell you which are the ones I think are the must-watches for this season. So let's just jump right into it. So the first one I'm going to talk about is an anime called Windbreaker. It's a new anime following Sakura Haruka. Jeez, impossible name to say. Sakura Haruka only lives to fight the strong people. Did I say his name right? Yeah, I did. He only lives to fight the strong. He has 2 different color hair and 2 different eyes, and because of that, he gets bullied and he always gets in fights, which, can we talk about like the trope in anime of characters with objectively cool ass hair and eyes getting made fun of for no reason, like the girl from Wonder Egg Priority or Ichigo with his red hair? What is that? Anyway, Sakura ends up going to Furin High School, which is the high school where all the degenerates and all the rebels hang out, and that's where everybody goes, and they just go there to fight. So his goal is to go there and get to the top of high school. And I know it kind of sounds like a stupid basic anime plot, which it kind of is, but I think this has a really good chance to fill the void that shows like Baki and Tokyo Revengers have left in people's hearts. Shows like Baki, which are like one of the #1 fighting animes, maybe the #1 fighting anime in the world, doesn't actually have great fights. The fights are a lot of fun, but they're just like one punch reaction shot. It's not like a good fluid motion fight. And then a show like Tokyo Revengers, which completely took the anime world by storm. Japan loves Tokyo Revengers. Everybody loves season 1 of Tokyo Revengers. Kind of fell off. The plot wasn't great, and the fights honestly just aren't the best. It's really just like a couple punches or just a cutaway. It'll just like cut to black when they're gonna fight. And I think Windbreaker, with these fluid and really good, like almost Ninja Kamui-esque fights that we saw in the first episode, has a good chance to replace that void that's left in everybody's hearts from those other shows. I haven't really even gone into the animation. The animation is breathtaking. It's animated by Cloverworks, who does Spy Family, Wonder Egg Priority, and a bunch of other shows you've probably heard of. So you can expect the animation to be great. They're using CG, but the CG doesn't stand out at all. It's one of the best uses of CG in a 2D anime I've seen. So I'm really excited for this one, and I think everybody should keep an eye on this one. But the next one we'll talk about that I think will probably be the best anime of this season is the one that everybody's waiting for. It just came out today, Kaiju number 8. In a world full of kaiju, Kafka makes a promise to his best friend when he was a child that they'll both become great members of the Kaiju Defense Force and defeat all the kaiju in the world. Now, cut 20 or so years into the future, and Kafka is a 32-year-old man, and he's not strong, so he's just a member of the Kaiju Cleanup Force. Now, his best friend, the one that he made the promise with to become strong, is the strongest member of society. She's the strongest defender of the kaiju. Now, Kafka spends his day cleaning up kaijus and just overall slogging through life. That is until one day, a parasitic kaiju burrows inside of him and he becomes a kaiju. Now, he becomes like super overpowered. It almost feels kind of like One Punch Man. He's not like as strong in the universe as Saitama is in his, but I just mean One Punch Man and like the way that they do the humor, and it doesn't take itself too seriously. And I love the fact that the characters are all adults. Every single character is an adult, and I love that because I watch a lot of anime where children doing adult things, and it's like everything about the show makes them seem like an adult, but they're not. Like Naruto, right? Naruto's 12, but it's like when you first watch Naruto, you're like, oh, that was 16 at least. It's just like, why make them children in a lot of these? And I know why. It's because it's shonen and you need that, but I'm just glad they're adults. The animation is great. It's nothing like super special, but it serves its purpose well and it looks really good. So I'm just excited to see where this show goes, and this is one that every single person should stay kept up with because it's been going on in Shonen Jump for a while now, and this is one that's practically guaranteed for a season 2. And now moving on to number 3, Gogo Loser Ranger, also known as Ranger Rejects. So if I'm being completely honest, I mostly only put Gogo Loser Ranger on the list because of how much hype it has right now. Only the first episode is out, and I haven't really heard too many people talk about it. Gogo Loser Ranger was marketed by everybody on TikTok as Power Rangers combined with the boys, and throughout the first episode, it didn't really seem like that. But the plot of Gogo Loser Ranger is 13 years ago, these aliens came down from the space and tried to invade Earth and take them. Now, the world's heroes, called the Dragon Keepers, rose up and took down the aliens. And now, once a week, since their defeat, They've been forced to relive their defeat by performing for the people of Earth and letting the Dragon Keepers beat them up week after week after week. And our main character gets so tired of that he decides to invade the Dragon Keepers and try to stop them. Now, it's still good. It's just not what it was marketed as. The animation is good enough. It's definitely nothing special. Like, when I said Kaiju number 8 was nothing super special, like, this is like 3 steps down from Kaiju number 8. But I do think this is one you should tune in week for, because I do think it has a lot of potential to get good. The first episode just didn't sell me that much, but I do know a lot of people like it. Moving on to the one I like the most this season, Bartender, the Glass of God. I'm just gonna read you guys the synopsis for this show because it's awesome. Hidden in the back streets of the Ginza district is Eden Hall, a lone bar operated by Ryu Sasakura, the prodigy bartender who is said to mix the most incredible cocktails anyone has ever tasted. However, not just anyone can find Eden Hall. Rather, it is Eden Hall that must find you. Customers of varying backgrounds, each plagued with their own troubles, wander into this bar. Nevertheless, Ryu always knows the ideal cocktail to console and guide each distraught soul. So I picked up this anime fully as a joke. I read that description and I was like, I'll watch the first episode. Alcohol always solves everybody's problems, right? And then I was so surprised at just how much I love this show. This has quickly become the anime I'm the most excited for week by week, and it only has 2 episodes out right now, but it makes you feel so warm and safe. If you ever watched the show Mushishi, which is one of the safest, most comforting animes while also being tragic sometimes, this is very similar to that, and I really think some of you guys should check this out because this show is just awesome. I'm not going to go too much into it, but it's just a great show. And the next anime I have is My Hero Academia Season 6. Now, I know what a lot of you guys are thinking. You're so done with My Hero Academia at this point. After Season 5 and then Season 6 not being animated too well, even though it was relatively good, a lot of people are ready to drop this show, or they're just not very high on the show. The anime is only ranked as the 5th most hyped up anime for this whole season, which just is an insane fall off from how insanely big My Hero Academia was in those first couple seasons. But I think this is the season that will make or break the show. My Hero Academia is going into arguably its best arc, either this or the final war arc that we're in right now, and it's super important that they can do this right. And I think Bones will go all out to try to make sure that their show gets properly animated for this arc. It's gonna just be packed to the brim with lots of really cool fights and just a lot of story and stuff like that. I'm not gonna stick on My Hero too long. If you forced yourself to watch the first 6 seasons of My Hero Academia and are thinking of watching it, I would recommend you stay for at least this arc, and if you're not into it, this is where you can break off. But get ready for Season 6 of My Hero Academia. And next up, we have Demon Slayer. Even though Demon Slayer doesn't come out for a whole month, I would be stupid if I didn't talk about Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is by far like the biggest anime in the world right now, or at least was for quite a few years, and it's had a little bit of a fall off with the last arc coming out, and I only think this is going to further the fall off even more because this whole arc that they're releasing right now is just a training arc, and then they'll move on to the Infinity Castle arc, which is the best arc in Demon Slayer by far. So honestly, I'm not too excited about this arc, and I don't think a whole lot of people are. I mean, it's a whole volume training arc, and it's only 1 volume, which means they're starting like a month late into the season, and they're gonna only have like 5 episodes, 6 episodes. It's gonna end quick, and it's just gonna be like a flash, and people are gonna forget about Demon Slayer again. But if you're interested in Demon Slayer, stay tuned for that. Moving on, I guess Mushoku Tensei. I guess I reluctantly have to mention Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation, but I don't like the anime. I couldn't get over Rudius, and I know it's a point that you're not supposed to like him, but I just can't handle seeing a kid who has a brain of a 34-year-old doing very weird things to family members, and I just can't do it. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, Season 3 of Mushoku Tensei is coming out. People love it. The animation's great, and the world building is supposedly amazing, so if you like that, stay tuned for that one. Next up, we have Konosuba. It's kind of weird that I'm only just now talking about this like 9 or so minutes into the video, because Konosuba Season 3 is the most hyped up anime for the entire season. It's got the most people excited, and it's just a super funny anime. I just started watching it. I'm almost done with Season 2, so I'll be able to watch Season 3 weekly, and it's just hilarious. It's chocked full of fan service, so if you like that, there it is for you. It's stupid, and it's just a lot of fun. I enjoy it, and season 3 is coming out. People have been waiting like 10, 12 years for this one to come out, so let's give the people what they want, more Konosuba. But that's really it for this video, guys. I just wanted to come and say some of the must-watch anime picks I have for the start of this season. If you like Black Butler finally came out, and it's been forever since the last season of Black Butler, so there's that for you. But yeah, no, that's everything. I just want to thank everybody for all the subscribers I've got lately. I'm up almost like 100 subscribers in the last like week and a half, which is just insane. I've never gained subscribers that fast, and I want to thank everybody who watched my last video. It got 1.2k, and that's the first video I've had to hit 1,000 in over a while, so I just appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Peace out.